Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. Today we have a Craftsman Truck Series race at Richmond and our very first this might be a second conflict, but still conflict. But we're going to see how we do in the truck race first, see where the points end up after that before we make our decision here. So let's head off to Richmond and see how things go. This should be a good track for us. Usually short tracks are pretty good for us in this game. So hopefully Richmond follows suit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. Really appreciate it. If you haven't watched the channel update video that went up yesterday, then please do so, because I kind of talk about future plans and the fact that I'm starting college up today and all that stuff. So things might not be quite the same as they were, but I'm still going to try to keep plugging along. So I saw Hattori was on the pole, which is terrible for us because that's who's second in the points. So let's just go off and qualify and see what happens here. Richmond's usually a good track for us, but we do have some times that we get loose into turn one that usually, or not loose, so tight into turn one. That sometimes hinders our progress here. But let's see what happens. Oh, and tighten to turn 3 also. So I might have to loosen the car up a little bit. But let's see what happens.
Here we go. Don't hold anything back.
Turns 1 and turns 2 seem fine. Let's see if we can nail turn 3 this time, and I think we'll have a pole. Yep, overall pretty good. Probably lifted a little more than I needed to. And we're on the pole. One and done. So I'm not going to change anything. We got that by almost half a second over Hattori. So let's go back to the menu and head off to the racetrack. I'm trying a new headset today, so if I sound a little different, that might be why. I'm not used to this headset yet, so we'll head off to the racetrack and get things started. Hopefully we can win, and maybe Hattori has a bad day, so that will make my decision a little easier. But we'll have to see what happens in this race before I make my decision. There wasn't really much of a comment response on my last video, so I'm just kind of going into this with my own knowledge. But I'll turn it over to Alan Bestwick.
EA Sports is proud to bring you NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from the great state of Virginia. 36 trucks are ready to race at the Richmond International Raceway in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series 200. Bumping and grinding are always a part of the racing at Richmond, and we don't expect tonight's race to be any different. Pull up a seat and strap yourself in. The green flag is coming up next.
Alright, let's get started. Hopefully this is a smooth race, no big issues, for me anyway. Pit stops might be a little treacherous here, that is a possibility. But Hattori is in second and Hamilton was starting right behind him, so hopefully we can pull away a little bit and maybe get Cleaver up here as well. He was about mid-pack if I remember correctly. Oh, we got a little tight here. Montgomery might get a run on us. Oh, he did. Oh, that held up the outside line. That's exactly who we needed to hold up right there, but that's not how I intended on doing it. But thanks, Montgomery. Looks like you held up those guys pretty well there. It's kind of a combination effect of him washing up and me washing down a little bit. So not all my fault, but still there was some blame on me there. But we have pulled out to a bit of a lead now. I'm going to go back and help, not Hattori, Cleaver here. See where he ends up. Oh, he's 27, so this might take a little effort here. But let's see what his truck feels like, see if we can move through the pack. And then we can also kind of see where Hattori ended up after that start. Hornaday's back here, that's a little unusual. Alright, we don't need to bring out a caution here. Oh dear, but we're going to. That's what happens when I get in traffic, I guess. 3 wide at Richmond usually isn't a recipe for success. But now we got single file restart, so maybe things will be a little less crazy. So I'm giving my controller one more... Hey! I'm giving my controller one more shot in today's recording session before I decide whether I'm going to have to get a new one or not. I haven't seen any issues so far, but we're only a couple laps into this race, so we'll see how things are looking after this recording session if I need to get a new one. So here's Hamilton. He's in like 13th right now. And Hattori's only a couple of spots higher. Some people are already starting to come into pit road. So we're going to get Cleaver up here. Actually, no, we're going to take control of our truck right now. Just in case if the AI decided, hey, let's make a pit stop when I don't want to. And plus, we haven't really broken away from the field. Is that Lester right behind us? I can't really tell. But he's going to get underneath me now. Yep, that is Lester. I probably shouldn't have hit the wall there, but I didn't want what happened to Montgomery to happen to us. Oh dear. Nothing I could really do there, unfortunately. But he came up into me and we just went straight to the wall. But now we're going to pit under caution here. I don't know where those guys who are on pit road before us will end up. Not going to do anything there. We are going to loosen the car up a little bit. But everything else will stay the same and see how the good old pit crew does. Hopefully ours does better than the last couple races. It seemed like we had some issues with pit road recently. In case if you didn't know, I upgraded to the Mr. Clean pit crew. I was just randomly spending skill points because I had to wait for my washing machine to stop running this morning. So I just went to the skill point screen and started spending away. And so I bought the Mr. Clean pit crew there. So if you were a little confused by what was going on there, that is what that was. We got 2 people who are not very happy with us right in front of us right now. But it looks like we got around Hamilton mostly cleanly. And now we got Lester to deal with. That adjustment does seem to be helping, but running on the apron probably won't help. And the caution's out. But we were in the lead when the yellow flag flew. Let's see what the caution was for. Back in the pack. Just a guy spinning out. Alright. I wish I could go back and help Cleaver, but we're kind of running out of time to do that right now. We just racked up some bonus points for leading the most laps, the crew chief said. So good for us. We need all the points we can get right now. I still don't know where Hattori ended up, but I don't see him in my mirror. Oh, Lester's probably going to get underneath me. Oh, he didn't, but that was awfully close. Maybe I should have loosened up a little bit. Oh no, he's under. Okay, we're clear. He backed off a little bit. I do see Hamilton in the mirror, but I don't see Hattori. I'm less worried about Hamilton right now. We have almost a full race lead over Hamilton, if I recall correctly. But we're going to pull away from Lester here and hopefully don't do anything stupid. We should have a race win here. White flag is out. Just make sure we get good corner entry and we should be all good. Now we just gotta hope Hattori had a bad enough day. Maybe he got caught a lap down or something, to where we can comfortably skip the next race, hopefully. I would much rather skip the Truck Series.
We'll take home the win. Yeah, you're the best. Way to bring it home.
Alright, I don't see him in the top 10. Hamilton is 6th. But let's just see where he ended up here on the race results. 19th. That's huge for us, guys. That basically erases the bad finish we had last race. Because we finished about 19th. So that basically erases that. And we're kind of back to, I think it'll be like a 100-point gap or something. So I'm going to have to check out the standings before we head into the next race and see where we are there. And hopefully we can afford to skip the truck race. I'd feel much more comfortable doing that. We got 2 messages on the phone. May get a raise soon from the truck team and the Dale Jarrett showdown. Alright. Oh, that's what would be next, actually. But let's check out the standings first before we head to that showdown. Maybe we can win another showdown. You guys missed the last showdown where I had this ridiculous shortcut at the Daytona infield track that I really shouldn't have had. But let's check out the standings here. So we're 134 ahead in the Xfinity Series. And we're 138 ahead in the Truck Series. So we are going to skip the truck race and race the Xfinity race. But we have that showdown to work with first. So let's head off to wherever this is. Hopefully it's a good track for me. Texas infield, of course not. Well, that's kind of in my middle area of these road courses. But we'll go ahead and do that. And then we will see what happens with the Xfinity race. Hopefully we don't lose too many points by skipping the truck race. We are going to lose some points, but hopefully we can still maintain the points lead. If Hattori wins, then it might be a little close, but we'll see. But our record is 3-6 in these challenges right now, so let's try to improve that a little bit. And as usual, he gets a better start. That's to be expected. But I actually didn't pull away as much as they usually do, it seems like. Don't want to be on the apron. That's probably not a good idea. And slow down, get into this corner. I got a comment sometime last week about, taking it off of rookie mode. I am not on rookie mode. I'm on the middle difficulty. I'm not on the highest difficulty, but there's 3 difficulties and I'm on the middle one. So I am not on rookie mode. I do have some assist on, obviously, but I am definitely not on rookie mode. I'm not here to, be on the 100% most challenging route. I'm not here to, be a 100% simulation driver. I'm here to be an entertaining guy. And if I took off all those assists, or if I ran in legend mode, I probably wouldn't be having too much fun right now. And that's the name of the game with playing video games, is having fun. And hopefully bringing good content to you guys. So I apologize that I'm not on the hardest difficulty, but I am not on rookie mode, I will say that. If you don't take my word for it, you can go back to episode 1 of the series and you can see that I did not set it on rookie mode. At least not on purpose. If I did it on accident, I would happily change it, but I'm pretty sure I put it on the middle of the 3 difficulties. I don't remember exactly what it was called. Maybe veteran mode or something. I don't know. That was like 40 episodes ago, so I don't quite remember. But we win the challenge. That was pretty easy. We made a couple of contact situations I probably could have avoided, but overall it was a good win. Yeah, we kind of biffed him around a little bit there while I was talking, but well, oh well, that's 5,000 skill points for us. I can spend it on more stupid stuff that I probably will never use. I was surprised. I didn't think that Mr. Clean Pit Crew would be in the career mode. I didn't think that that was a thing. We showdown. I guess you do know how to drive that thing called a car, indeed. So, we are skipping the New Hampshire race, even though we know that I would win there. Well, we actually have a conflict next week, too. That actually changes things a little bit. Because California, I might not do too hot at. But Richmond, I know I can do well at. And Las Vegas, I'm not the greatest at. But New Hampshire, I'm really good at. So we're actually going to run the truck race. I am not doing what I was expecting to do, but we're going to run the truck race here. And then we'll run the Xfinity race next week. And hopefully it'll all even out to where we were beforehand. I was not expecting that, but I hadn't really looked past this episode yet. So we'll run the truck race at New Hampshire. We should get an easy win. Hopefully Hattori has some more bad luck. And then we will run the Xfinity race at Richmond next week. And hopefully we can have a good run there. California is kind of a shaky place for me, and Las Vegas is 1.5 miles. So that can be good or bad. So of course, Hattori and Hamilton are 1-2. So we'll have to qualify on the pole in order to be up there with them. But yeah, I didn't really look ahead to that, so we'll run this race here, and then we'll run the Xfinity race at Richmond next week. And that should even itself out. Hopefully we can get wins in both of those races. And hopefully our championship rivals have not the best races in those races. I'm sorry I'm being a little redundant there, but alright, let's see how we do here. We don't really have the straight line speed, it doesn't look like, but the corners are where we usually gain a bunch of time. That's pretty par for the course for this series, and really NASCAR Heat Evolution too. Looking forward to getting NASCAR Heat 2. Really looking forward to it. The more I see Jeff Fabiano's videos, the more I'm getting excited about it. We're on the pole for lap 1, one and done. Not going to make any adjustments. We didn't get it by much, so maybe this will be a little more competitive. But if you guys haven't checked him out, I think I have him linked in my channel. But Jeff Fabiano, he's doing a bunch of NASCAR Heat 2 related videos. The developers let him have at it in their studios for a live stream, and now he's doing some other stuff. I think he's going to start doing some career mode stuff as well. But we're going to head off to New Hampshire, hopefully win that race. And then next episode we will do the... So Mark Martin wins the Xfinity race, so that's good. Clint Boyer didn't win. I don't know where he finished, but he didn't win. We'll have to see what the points look like afterwards. But like I said in the channel update video, I'll try to bring NASCAR Heat 2 to you guys as soon as possible. If I can do it via live stream, that would be great. But with my college schedule and release day being work day as well, but I'll turn it over to Alan Bestwick.
EA Sports and the New Hampshire International Speedway welcome you as we get ready for the Sylvania 200 in the scenic city of Loudon. The Craftsman Truck Series makes its annual stop at New Hampshire as these drivers prepare for what should be a race with plenty of excitement. When 36 of the world's fastest trucks take to the track at New Hampshire, you're sure to see your share of bent fenders. Today should be no different, and the drop of the green flag is just moments away.
Alright, what I was trying to say is Tuesday, which would be the release day, is my teaching day, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream. I have a class later in the day as well, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream it right on release, but definitely we'll have a video ready, hopefully by Wednesday for it. Alright, but we got our 2 championship contenders right next to and behind us, so we need to pull out to a bit of a lead. Hopefully we can do so quickly. We can go back and help Cleaver. Like I said earlier in the episode, Hamilton I'm not as worried about. Hattori is the main issue right now, but we're almost a full race ahead of Hattori now. And we're definitely a full race ahead of Hamilton. Now, from my understanding, when you skip races, they still give you the points for last place. So it's not like you didn't go to the racetrack. It's just you finished last. So that, in this point system, that's like 35 points or something for last place. So it's not like you're getting 0 and the winner is getting 180. Caution's out. Wonder what happened. Alright, the 121 got a little sideways. What lap is it? 4, so I don't think it's time to pit yet. But let's see how we do on the restart. Hamilton and Hattori are still second and third. I do hope I have time to go back and get Cleaver up here, at least in between me and them. So hopefully we can have a little bit of a points buffer before we have to skip the next race at Las Vegas. But I do think this was the right decision. I should be able to win here, and I should be able to win at Richmond. So that'll be the best case scenario for both series, because we don't know what would have happened at California and Las Vegas. So at least we're taking the sure things right now. Again, assuming that pit stops occur normally and I don't get stuck a lap down, which is a possibility at short tracks, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we'll go through our pit cycle, and then after the pit cycle, hopefully we have enough of a lead that I can go back and help Cleaver. I am going to try to... I'm sorry, I am going to try to get him to come in with us via the Total Team Control command, but they don't always listen on that. He could come in earlier too, and that would be fine, but I just don't want him to come in like 5 laps later than us, and then I don't have enough time to get him up through the field. Now, is it just me? I've never really noticed Hattori being that good in this game, to being a championship contender. I've just never noticed that in my years of playing this, but maybe I'm wrong. I always knew John Hamilton was good in this series, but I just never remembered Hattori being this good. So we're going to come in, not this time, but next time by. Just past halfway. We'll try to get Cleaver to come in with us. And see what our Mr. Clean pit crew can do. Now, I don't know if that actually makes things faster or not, but if it does, then that's great. I'll take it. Alright, so we're coming in this time. I'm going to wait till everybody passes pit road before getting Cleaver on board here. Oh, do I not have that command? Oh, guess I don't. Oh well, that's fine. But I am coming in this time by 70 miles an hour. Good. I'm not going to make any adjustments for tires and fuel. And see how our trusty pit crew can do. Looks like we're the only one coming in.
You're right where you need to be. Stay hungry out there.
But I have not seen Cleaver yet on the track, so maybe he did end up coming in with me. No, we're the only one coming in, so. But let's see how our Mr. Clean pit crew does. A good stops, according to these days standards. Alright, so we're coming out right with the leaders. We're 1 lap down. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're not going to cause a caution, Aaron. I got really loose on the apron there. So let's not cause a caution. That would be bad. Because we're a lap down right now. Hamilton came in that time by. We'll try to intimidate Hattori a little bit. Maybe get him loose. Like that. Okay, but that didn't help us that much because we ran right into him. That's my fault. See if we can get him loose and maybe not run into him this time. But he's probably coming in. Yep. That was stupid of me. I got him loose, but yet I just ran right into the back of him. So we're gonna get out ahead of Hamilton by a good margin, it looks like. But let's see where we shake up to Hattori. Looks like Bobby Hamilton's assumed the lead right now. Oh yeah, we're coming out way ahead of Hattori as well. So is Cleaver back out on the track? It looks like he is. So we're gonna go back and pick him up and see if we can get him ahead of a bunch of people. Ah, his truck feels really good. It's a little tighter than mine, so maybe that's a sign. But look at how far our truck is out in front of everybody else, so we're definitely good in that department. Well, let's try to get Cleaver up there. Maybe to be a buffer in between us and Hattori. That's definitely a way of using total team control that I've never really thought about as kind of a points buffer. So I'm glad I thought of it because it keeps these episodes interesting instead of me just cutting out every time I run away, and B, it really helps out the team and I can use the total team control option. So that's good. Is that Hattori up there? He's lost a few spots maybe? Yeah, it is. So he's in 8, 7, he's in 5th right now. So he has lost a couple spots. Oh, Terry Cook, what are you doing, man? I was clearly underneath you there. Alright, so we're up to 6. We should be able to get underneath Hattori here. So at least Hattori's not second. So that's good. Hamilton is second, so we'll try to get around him as well. Yeah, 6 seconds between us and our teammate right now. That's a huge lead. So our pit crew definitely did the job there because we came in pretty much with everybody else. Maybe half a second or so lead when we came in. So I'm going to try to intimidate Hamilton a little bit. See if we can get him loose going into the corner. Well, we didn't get him loose, but he did enter the corner higher than everybody else. So we're up to second. We're going to try to get ourselves a little bit of a gap to Hamilton, and then we'll go back to our car to finish out the race. But I do think this was a good decision. I didn't really think about the next week after it, so I'm glad I took a look at that. We're going to get ourselves all the way up to our car, or at least within a second of it probably. But look how much faster we are. That's ridiculous. Alright, we're going to switch back to our guy on the back stretch, get Cleaver through these corners here. Alright.
You got it.
And we will run it to the end with our car here. Glad we got Cleaver up to second. I'm surprised I haven't seen him in the points picture much. We seem to be helping him a lot, but he hasn't really gotten into the points picture. But white flag is out. We're entering turn 3 and 4. And it looks like we're going to have another win. There we go. I will take it. Let's see where Hattori finished. Hamilton's in 3rd. But Hattori finishes 6th, so that's some more points for us, so I'll take it. But we'll head back to the menu, see if there's anything for us to take a look at. Or after our victory lane celebration, of course. And then we will end the episode there. See if we have any phone calls or messages that we need to address. Which we don't. So let's just take a look at the point standings. And see how much of a hit we took in the Xfinity Series. I know we're going to take a hit, but it's just a matter of how much of a hit. We were 130 something before. And we are 42 now. So we still have a lead. And hopefully we can solidify another good finish at Richmond. But we are now 173 ahead of Hattori. So that is pretty much a full race lead in the Craftsman Truck Series. So that's good. We will be skipping that race next episode. And then running this race. And hopefully we can even things out a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.